Yo, what is going on? What is going on? It is another episode of
Ready to Be Accountable.
I am one half of your host, Rocky.
I am your second half, C-Note, the short guy without short supply.
And we are joined today by a beautiful, intelligent host, Miss Adia. And as always, we have the world's greatest producer,
Roger Hippie.
Hi, guys.
Hello. And we are back, season 2. I told you we would be getting better and ever. And as you see, we are adding key pieces to this puzzle to make it what it should be. But as I said in the first episode, some things change, some things don't. If it's broke, not fix it. Ms. Adia, what we do here is something we call check-ins. This is where we go over our weeks, what type of mental state we're in, energy that we're in, and we just kind of, check in on everybody. So we would like to start with you today.
Yes.
How is your energy? How have you been?
Your week, your mental, how is it?
So I would say that my week has been great. I hit some hard times this week, but you know what? I got through it with positivity. You gotta keep your eye on the prize. Mm-hmm. You can't let stuff get you down. Sitting in that negative energy, quite literally, gets you nowhere.
Yes.
It gets you nowhere. And I noticed when I was wallowing in my sorrow over something that can 100% be fixed.
Yeah.
It's not really changing the trajectory of my life
Right.
and what I have going. And once I was able to get myself out of that energy, everything went on from there. I'm having a great week. I'm excited for this week, a productive one, and I'm in a good place.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's
We're glad to have you here. You did a wonderful job last night, as I told you
It
on
was so
camera.
fun.
Very good, and
Yes.
I'm
Awesome.
so glad that you wanted to come back today. This is gonna be fun.
Thank you for having
My
me.
brother,
back.
short
Seriously,
guy.
Thank you.
No problem. My boy, how's your week been, man?
Hey,
Mental
man.
and all that good shit.
Let me tell you, man, like I said, we always like the highs and the lows. That's the only thing I can enjoy. I don't want nothing to be stagnant and just on a clear. I'm just happy, ecstatic about how we're moving towards things. Just staying consistent with everything.
Right.
That's the only way we can really make it. And I'm just pushing me being consistent with this, having me be consistent in everything else in life.
Facts.
Just happy and ecstatic to be able to wake up and be able to correct what can be corrected and just take in how life is going. It's been awesome. I got great people in my life, so I'm not tripping. What about you, my brother? How was your mental month?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm at the point where I'm understanding that all like the good is not all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with becoming monotone. And I want to say, like, I've been in a position where I feel like it's almost mandatory that I match the energy that's been coming around. Because, and I guess it's because of my understanding that right or wrong is not the defining factor of whatever situation that it is. But equal exchange is. You know what I'm saying? What you give out is what you should receive. What I give out, I expect to receive. And so I feel like I've been in like a mandatory matching energy state. So like whatever you want, I'm parallel, identical, duplicating, and coordinating your energy.
Like that right there.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I've been at right now. World's greatest producer, the Ratchet Hippie. How have you been? How's your energy? Where's your mental? Ma'am.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, love y'all.
What's up, love y'all?
Hi. I'm doing great. So I ended one of my relationships, careers or whatever. I was in a very toxic environment, so I had to get out of there. So I did exit or end one chapter of my life, shall I say. Well, let's just put it that way. I ended a chapter of my life. I have, been on another path
and I've just been trying to acclimate to like just new shit that's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking new. It's fucking new.
Big
you know
facts.
what I'm saying? And it's hard when it's easy for you to catch on to things, and then when you don't automatically catch on to something, and it's like, God damn, you mean I gotta work at this shit?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm working at some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am.
That's what's up. That's what's
what
up,
we love
man.
to
You
hear.
shall overcome.
Hey,
Yes,
on
most
God, now.
definitely. Most definitely. I'm glad to hear that from everyone. This part of the show is what we call the bullshit of the week. This is me, moi, my part of the show. Me here, camera on me.
Yo. I just think they all need to die.
Why the fuck you lying?
And you on some bullshit.
Because this week's bullshit of the weeks goes to, it might be a little touchy, but the father of the double murder in the apartment has been going viral. This is that bullshit of the week, bro. From my position, and I feel like you got your family killed, bro. You got you and your boy killed. You did. You did, bro. One thing I feel like it was many mistakes. As we went over last night on the Rockin' with Rocket podcast, I feel it's a lot of mistakes that were made inside of this whole situation that could have been de-escalated and everyone could still be here today. First of all, not making sure that your family, your whole family, is in a safe, secure place before you come out and threaten someone. That in itself was stupid as hell. Let's just take that scenario and say he came and put the scissors to his throat, like we all seen, and he just started letting off.
Yep.
While the mother was still out there, while the little girl is in the doorway, it could have been more than 2 casualties here, all because you are not operating smartly.
100%.
Operating and we talk about it, especially last season. We talked about this a lot, that we feel like the world is trying to feminize men, and this is what one of those things are. And when you're in a rage, you should not be in a position where all of your family could get killed. That was just not smart. That was working strictly off emotions, which we're preaching to the guys. Hey, be more emotional. Be more emotional. That was emotional right there. That was not smart. You had all of your empire in trouble at that point if he decided to let off right then. That's one of my first problems with that. Second problem is turning your back to the threat. You already do not have your people in a protected position. You done already went and presented the threat to the threat.
Yeah.
By putting the knives or scissors or whatever you had to this man's face, throat, wherever, threatening him, you've already presented the threat to the threat. After that, there should be no time in that whole situation that you take your eyes off of that threat. Yes, I know you were trying to speak to your queen, baby. Get that. You're in a time of battle. You're in a time of battle. It's not time to be emotional. That whole situation was emotional. He was very emotional, which, let's just keep it a buck. Any living human being can understand why you would be emotional at that time. Not saying that it's not understandable why, but for a man coming, for anyone that is in a position where they're threatening somebody or their physical health is threat, you do not turn your back.
Hey, we had to take a pause, but keep on your draws. Listen here, man. This is the short guy without short supply. Listen here, man. We've been getting a lot of requests, man. A lot to be on the show. Well, listen here. What you need to do to get on this show, because you don't need to be talking to me. You don't need to be talking to my boy Rocket. You need to be clicking on this shit down here. It's somewhere down here. You see where it is. You see where it is. Click on that, and you'll get the information you need to get in green. Okay? You hear me? I got to get up out of here. Holla at you.
That's just not smart at all. And then not paying attention to your enemy. Again, when he stormed out the house for the second time with his shirt on and presented the knives or the pair of scissors to the individual, the whole time he was walking to him, bruh's messing with his side. He was already trying to get to the gun. You didn't even pay attention to that.
Right.
Again, moving emotionally, not smart. Like, one thing that I'm teaching my son now, when you in battle, bro, it is not time to be losing all your shit. That is actually the time to calm the fuck down. Slow everything down. Slow it down. Because the wrong move in a split second, you will not be in this battle again.
Preach.
Ever again. As we seen play out on camera. And for those, I have a lot more reasons, but we are trying to get this show down. So for those reasons, sir, you have my bullshit of the week, and that bullshit led to you not being here as well as your son.
Yeah, your son is gone.
That's that bullshit of the week, bro. Moving on to the topic of today's recording, and that would be communication barriers in heightened times. What do we feel about it? How have we handled it in the past? It is not specifically relationship targeted. This could be in a time where you were at a work, you know what I'm saying? It could be a co-work relationship. It could be a co-parenting relationship. It could be any type of situation that requires communication. I would like to know what are some communication barriers that you guys are aware of at heightened times, and maybe some advice or experience that could aid in those times.
Okay. Let's start with you, Mr. D.
Okay. Ladies first.
You know?
Correcto.
So, and actually me remembering this time kind of coincides with this bullshit of the week.
Okay.
So an ex of mine, super hothead, hot-headed as hell. But his thing is he liked to wave that gun around.
Oh,
you know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
His heightened times. So one time we were driving right down Wrightsboro Road, and it was some sort of road rage. And to be honest, I don't even know what the person did. Like, to this day, I can't even remember what exactly this person was even doing that had him as hot as he was. But the person did come up on the side of the car, and he rolled his window down. They was exchanging words, whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 and gets the gun out of the glove compartment.
Oh, shit. Road rage. Road rage.
Could have ended anyway, including my life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And at that point, you know, my two youngest kids anyway, I had an infant at that time. You know what I'm saying? You could have took me away from like my 3-month-old, my 4-month-old, you know what I'm saying, for acting like that. And it honestly, it scared me. And I was like, what are you like, rolled the window up, you're tripping. Like, seriously, it's that serious? It's that serious. That could have ended anyway. And, you know, we ended up getting into a big fight over it, like a huge argument. And his big thing was, well, I'm protecting us. But my big thing was, no, you're not.
No, you're
you
not.
almost got us killed.
Right.
You could
In the
have
danger.
you know what I'm saying? And if I just feel like when you pull out a gun or any weapon, anything goes.
Yeah.
You don't know what that person's reaction is going to be, and rightfully so for the other party. You don't know what that person's finna do to you.
Yep.
And that's how things get all fucked up.
Yep. That's gun 101. You should not brandish the weapon unless you plan on destroying what's in front of you.
Right, like I feel like that's the last thing you do. You know what I'm saying? Like the decision has been made. It is necessary for me to be pulling out this gun to shoot.
Facts.
I agree. I really think that there should be a psych eval that comes with
Yes, 100%.
having to have a gun. I'm not on like the California, New York wave. Nobody can have a gun. I'm not. No, I believe sane, normal working class people should have the right to protect the hard things and the family that they do it for. That I believe that, because we have people out here who feel like they can take that, be a bully, be intimidating, and I don't like it.
Could backfire. Could
Very
really
much.
backfire.
Most definitely. I definitely understand that, brother.
From me on my end, with communication barriers, I know for sure. For a while, I used to be a motherfucker that listened just to respond to your ass. Like, I didn't listen to see what you was really feeling. I didn't care. Because while you bring it to me, I'm finna be a problem with your ass now. Because I'm listening to get rebuttal on your ass.
It took me about till last year to understand what that meant. I always heard, you know what I'm saying, you just listening to respond. Like it wasn't until like last year, and me and my partner, we was going through it, and she was like, bro, I'm telling you, this happened this way. Just listen to me. Listen, it happened this way. This is what you said. This is what you did. This is what I said. And when I sat back and I'm like, that's right. That, you know what? That is right. And for the fact that we had this conversation for about 9 times prior to that, and I didn't see it, I definitely understand what that means. I definitely understand what that means.
It took me a while to... Because I feel like you attacking me.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. So I was already defensive. So, because I'm like, what did I did to you for you to bring me the problem? And this was so ironically, my son, mom called me the other day because she was trying to figure out, like, hey, she asked me, she was like, was I too masculine when we was menstruating? I was like, no, thug, you know, you were young. So everything I did was like, you didn't have a problem. You were submissive to me for the situation we had going on. But I understand where you've come from and what your partner trying to get you to understand by his end. I said 9 times out of 10, thug, if you anything like me, which me and her the same sign. So I know how she is. So it's a flight or flight when it come down. And it was like a refreshing to talk with her about that. Like, you tripping. You're tripping because you overthinking when he's really just bringing you a problem before it even really is a problem. And don't overthink it to the point where you shut down on them, or what we normally do, holler at you. You know, because y'all get on me about that. You got to work it out, Corey. You can't just because I'm on her like, hey, look. It took me a minute to get to this point, and I got people around me. Even the therapy sessions I had, these are exercises I'm trying to work on, because I'm trying to at least say I can sit there and work through something without having to get up, because it started making me feel like I was a coward. And I know that's how she started feeling, like she can't just sit there and ride it out. Yeah. Like, and like understand that, hey, this ain't really a big problem. Let's fix it before it is. So I was like, y'all will be okay. Just take your time. Take your time.
Facts.
You feel me? Y'all gonna make it. As long as he get an understanding, y'all have that real sit down and listen. Come open. Everything open. Mind, heart, spirit. So everything needs to be open without a judgment or a shutdown behind it. And that took me to this year. Well, yeah, this year to gain access to do. I knew about it. It was just hard for me to do it for a while. So given me being able to keep constantly trying to work that out, it got me to work out everything I'm willing to hear. So me willing to hear, like really hear and hear you, I won't even respond. Once you say, I'll be like, oh, I know how to fix it now. Because I heard you, and I'm looking at the problem before it's the problem, and what it can be if I don't fix it. At least try to obtain it now.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, and I feel like I feel like the communication barrier that I have noticed around all fields. That's why I wanted to make sure like this was a broad thing, not just down. I feel like whoever in the communication barrier can be seen as the victim or the one that has done wrong. Like I believe it gives them a lot of room not to exercise their responsibility.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is the kind of like piggybacks off what you said. Not listening to respond, but actually listening to understand. Yeah. Because, okay, it's one thing that damn, I was done wrong in this, so I'm already pissed the fuck off. Right. Okay, let's just say the person was adult enough and was truthful about the situation. Yes, I did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a confirmation in your head that whatever situation is, I was done wrong in this situation. So I am so livid right now that I was done wrong. I feel taken advantage of. I feel goddamn used. Right. I don't feel like I'm taken serious. So now the words that are coming out your mouth, even though they may be true and sincere, I'm just listening to respond instead of listening to understand, which will actually in turn help me
understand,
get through it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the communication barrier around all fields is that the person that actually gets done wrong in the situation fails to exercise their responsibility to actually listen to comprehend and not listen to respond because they're in the right of being done wrong.
Correct. Because a lot of times you really not the victim when you really listening. They are.
That's true.
They are the victim. When you look at it, like as long as you did everything you were supposed to do, if you listen and you really let them tell you how it really was, they the victim of whatever they had going on. And they wasn't, and that was another thing I had to learn too. It wasn't no malicious attack towards me for real.
Yeah, it's what they like I said before. Yeah,
no,
like
I
what
said
people
they really
do.
the victim.
Yeah,
they really the victim, and they're
okay. I get that.
Yeah, you feel me? Because whatever they got going on, they don't know how to express it in a manner to the proper way that we would like to uphold them to.
Right.
And that's another thing I had to learn thinking about even just how you was raised.
Yeah,
I see it stops you from being the victim because you got to think about how they upbringing is. What you gotta when you dealing with people or anybody, you gotta take all this in consideration because people are still dealing with long history of trauma or negligence in their life, and like everybody, these adults are really kids trying to
work through
like.
I got a question for that now.
Right.
At what point do you stop aiding that and start issuing room for them to exercise the responsibility that they hold?
Okay, with that,
because yes, it could be trauma. Everybody went through trauma. You know what I'm saying? And levels of trauma are higher than others and lower than others. But again, once we get to a certain age, it's our responsibility to fix that. Even though it happened to us, even though we did not ask for it to happen, we didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't ask for the trauma that came along with this shit. But as we grow and evolve in this world and we become adults, it is our responsibility to fix that. That way we don't go around pushing our trauma off on innocent people who don't deserve it.
Well, for that question to that answer, bro, I feel like if you dealing like with people, whoever you dealing with, because I know we can't get to everybody. Right. So for those that we do deal with, I will answer for that. Once we both got to understand, like I know if that I was the person with this brain back then, it would have been, hey, all right, I understand the problem. This is why we can fix it. Now, if we're not trying to fix it, somebody need to move on and keep it going. Because until you want to get that fixed, you're going to keep being a problem to yourself and everybody else. To everybody else. So, I do love you, but it's now we got to fix it. Like now, so now I don't get. It's been noticed, it's been recognizable, it's been accessed. Now it's time to prepare. So if you're not even willing to get to that point right now, because the fact that you're expressing it to me means you want to fix it. That's what I'm gonna take it as.
And it also means you're aware.
You feel me?
for
So
sure.
now you might not know how to or the way about to go.
Right.
I'm here since I've now, like I said, if it was me with this personality and brain
Right.
back then, I got these therapists we can talk to. Like I was telling somebody earlier this week, you can't just go to no therapist and think it's like finding a relationship partner on top of that. So we can go through these therapists, see how you feel, how you like to talk, and they show you the way. And I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you a whole variety of how we can fix this. Now we gotta, and I mean today we gotta do this.
And see
today.
but see, I have a lot of people that have exited my life because I have stopped being that ear for the continuous choices that they make that put them in a bad position. Like prime example, I have a homeboy. And I told this on a podcast, maybe in season 1, that if this nigga called me more than one time, like back to back, I know off the rip, him and his woman going through something. I know off the rip, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you trust me enough to call me to vent and then turn around, want to know some of my advice for you, and I love you and I give you that advice, and you don't even try to exercise no piece of it, go back to what you know, and then that situation happens again and you're blowing my phone up again, I think then I hold the right to protect my energy.
And that's correct.
Oh my God,
That's what the same thing. Like I was saying, like, hey, you aware, and I'd have gave you a list of. At this point, bro, fix it or stop calling my. Look, I got a thing where my people know. Don't call Corey phone if you call an event, because you need to you need to check on me first.
You know who it is, a short guy without short supply, and this episode is sponsored by R2Ba. You feel me? And this the one and only. You can't clone me, man. High quality glasses and shades, man. You can get guess what we got for y'all, man? Because we ain't coming empty handed. We got something for you, man. Listen here, if you go on the R2Ba, man, you get this 10% discount right here. 10%. I think it's right here. Y'all gonna see where it's gonna be at. You understand what's going on, pimping. You feel me, man? But, we really want to shout out to R2Ba for being one of our first major sponsors in the game. We truly appreciate you, especially the short guy. Because listen here, we coming. You know how I'm coming without short supply. I need it all. We need to hit these right here, make you want to shed a tear. Come on, live here. We up in here. You feel me? We got more on the way, and we ain't even come to play. I got to get up out of here. Money calling. Holla at me.
To even make sure I'm
You
in
in that space
to take your venting.
in that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
so
that's
and
so
not
true.
only that, you better not be calling me about the same problem.
See, and that's what gets on my nerves when I can pinpoint, like your call pattern already pinpoint me to let me know what it is you calling me about. If you call me 2 times, it's your woman. If you call me 1 time and don't call back, you probably just want to chat with me. And I might call you back in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? But if you hit my ass back to back, I know what's going on.
Yeah, but then to make it worse, you have the ones that don't hit you literally unless it's to vent about their crap.
Oh,
and you'll notice it in clusters too. You are their person. You are their shoulder for these 4 days.
I've noticed that.
Do you know how that makes me feel shitty?
It does.
Yes.
Because you don't think I reach the point when you're telling me the same thing over and over, and I'm here for you. I get it. I have been that person. You know what I'm saying? So not trying to sugarcoat anything, but you don't think there was a point where I'm like, well, take fucking responsibility for your own shit.
Yep.
Or maybe just accept that you like living this way because you keep accepting the same shit. So instead of sitting here crying about it, why not just be cool with it?
But you know what, Adele? I said this, not even that, bro. We maintain a lot. You will get a car. You will take it to go get washed, $20 top notch. Pay another $100 to get a detail. You'll go to the beauty salon, make sure that your hair is maintained. You'll go to the MAU girl, make sure your face is maintained. You'll do all of this, but won't maintain your mental.
Absolutely.
You feel like that spending this amount to go talk to someone is a waste when I can talk to my homegirl, which in turn says that I'm going to turn my homegirl into my therapist. So next week, after I done dumped all my trauma and all my bullshit on her, and I'm light and I'm in a energy where it's like, girl, come on, let's go to, and I can't understand why she don't want to come out her room. And she ain't talk to nobody.
Facts.
She ain't did not. I can't understand why she's not walking around the house in a good spirit anymore.
You don't drop.
I know what happened to my homegirl. Now, me as an unaware person, I'm making judgments towards her now.
Right.
Yeah.
When in fact, you were the reason why she's like, and really to the other person, they don't even, if you're not understanding of transference of energy, you don't understand why you feel like this anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just, whatever.
Just, it's so heavy on me today. Why?
Bruh,
You don't know
all
what's
of
going
that,
on.
that's an irresponsibility on the person to take maintenance on their mental. Yes. There are people who go to school for years and years and years for you to be able to pay them and for them to goddamn exercise your mental, give you different ways of different problems, different exercises. These are the people you talk to. A lot of people turn their mate into their therapist and wonder why you can't never have no good time, no good date, no good energy with your mate. Nigga, the nigga is trying to decompress, or the woman is trying to get rid of all of the bullshit that you've been talking about the last 2 days. Your boss done pitched you off. The nigga that did you wrong, somebody cut you off in traffic. It's a lot of trauma that's going on, and then this person also has to live.
Right, and that's where I get impatient, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a relationship where I don't mind how often this person may vent to me or the advice that I don't mind, because that person matches the energy that I give. But I also have the example of someone who doesn't.
Right.
When it's my turn and I'm really going through it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, my person is unavailable.
Right. And that's what I'm speaking, and that's exactly who I'm speaking to. Again, like we said earlier, everything in life is an equal exchange. Yes, if a person is able to come to you and vent, when it's your time that you going through something, I expect that you should be able to press that read down and get the same courtesy, space, and non-judgmental area to do so. So I definitely agree with that. But yeah, I'm speaking on those leechers. Like you said, the ones that don't call until it's time to vent. And it's like, bruh, in that case, pay for a therapist. I am not your sewage dump yard.
Not only that,
I'm not.
With them ones that only call you when they only want to vent, the problem the same.
Yes,
it's the same.
And that's the other thing about therapy, because if you pay for a nigga to tell you, bruh, you didn't do what I told you last time, and you looking for coddle, you looking for something new, and bruh, you're doing the same shit. I'm finna tell you the same thing. So that $150 you just paid for this hour, I am finna to like pretty much press replay on the last session we had.
We can't even move on till you even do the first exercise.
You're doing the same shit.
I've even known somebody that tells me the problem and then also expects me to help them, like literally actively go fix the problem, which I think is crazy.
Oh, no. I got one that tells me the problem. I tell them they're the problem. Once you hear it, you be like, oh no, it's you.
You're the issue.
You the issue.
Oh, yeah.
You clearly like going through this. Like, why are you calling complaining about something you enjoy? Because you call about this all the time. And you crying about it, you got in your feelings about it, but you don't feel no type of way. You feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Stop calling me.
I got a homeboy, shout out my nigga Justin. He done got to a place where when he called me and he need to vent or he need to talk about something, he say, bro, what did I do wrong in this situation? That's how he starts it off, because he know if you come to me without any accountability, this shit finna be a very short call.
Yeah.
It's finna be a very short.
I'm finna hang up
I
so
don't
fast.
want to hear about what she did. I don't want to hear about if she cheated. I don't want to hear about what did you do. Why did you ignore these signs, sir? I'm on your ass because you wouldn't be here had you started to exercise some of these things that you're calling me about. So yeah, he called me, bro. What did I do? Like, tell me, what this the situation? What did I do? That's right. Because I'm not finna tell you anything about her.
Yeah.
I'm finna tell you everything about you. Yeah. And nigga, this is an accountability thing. I really, my friend list of the venters has got really short since me starting my therapy journey. Cause it's like, bro, if I can take like responsibility for some horrible bullshit, like I took some people through some bullshit. Mm-hmm. I have. If I can take my responsibility, move in a different way because I want different, bro. Same thing applies to everybody. Fact. With 2 hands and 2 feet, or 2 hands and 1 foot, or whatever it is. If you got a heartbeat, nigga, it applies to you. It applies to you too. Everybody has that room for communication.
I told somebody, I said, boy, you know how much working I had to do on myself? I done ran into women I dealt with and just apologized.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I was chilling with one that I ain't seen in a minute, so we should, and I'm like, I want to, just from the bottom of my heart, I just want to apologize. I was a mean motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I was like, I was mean for no reason. I was like, me, like, older now? Oh, yes, I was mean.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't play I just don't play the radio. And that was my problem. No, we not even finna do this. You can go.
Right.
Fuck
right. I feel you. And I'm getting more like that, but again, it comes with discernment. I'm not cutting people off at the first sight of, that's shit you did me wrong. But I am at a point where, okay, I'm finna communicate what it is, why I feel like this. Now, if you feel like you're still gonna do it, cool. I'm not gonna hate you. I'm just finna back away from this because I'm not trying to change you. You can people need to stop trying to change people and just understand, bruh. If it's not matching what you got going on, you don't have to make that person upset, and you don't have to make yourself upset by staying there. Both of y'all can be happy.
Ooh.
But that be the problem. It's like everybody just wants to stay in the same.
Because they want this person. They want this person to be what they want them to be.
And it's not even that. No,
that's true.
I believe that we smarter than that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give them a cop out like that. But what I am gonna say is, with humans, we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. It is so many times that females be like, bro, I'm done with this nigga. I'm over. And really mean it. Really be done. Really be, but for some reason, around 11:30 is the time that he usually texts me. Or he usually will be coming through. I'll be hearing his footsteps around this time. When that don't happen, even though you are mad, bro, your body is used to that. It's firing off. Like, why am I not feeling this? Why am I not seeing this? Why is the smell not here? Why, like, something's off. I'm used to this. And a lot of people, bro, the mind is very powerful. But before we get off this topic, you brought something up earlier that I wanted to touch on. I want to see how many times have the panel had conversations with their baby mother / baby father about their trauma in a new relationship. And I only bring this up because when you said that, I do remember a time where my child's mother called me and she was like, bruh, am I just like too, like she said, like masculine? Am I just too rough? Like, when me and you together, how did you feel about me? Like, was I not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we had that transparent talk. And when you said it, I'm like, is that a thing? And I would like to open that question up.
All right, so I can go first with this because with both of my children's mothers, we have excellent conversations about their significant other, even because they be trying to get me to settle down at some points. But with my son's mom, because I mean, with both of them, our relationship was friends. So already that's why we was decent. So we could have these transparent conversations. So everyone my son mom had, like, I would literally be on their side most of the time, like, just to come, because I know you and I know you harsh. You can't be harsh, but you wasn't that with me because of the level you was. Like, now you got a kid, you single, you're not a single mom, you just have a kid. You got a baby father that's right there. So we can't say you're a single mother and I'm a single father. No, you just a single woman with a kid. So but your grind, you on a mission. The profession you taking. I mean, which you a caretaker, you're in the medical field, but it's kind of harsh.
Yeah.
You always striving for greatness, and a lot of times you already at a point because also your mom died when you was younger, so you got nothing but your older brother, me around because I was influencing your life, your daddy, so nothing but males in your life really raised you from this point. So, Thug, I can see why you're a little heavy, but you need to ask the old buddy what was it in the beginning, because if they telling you were this, you were more soft and more feminine in the beginning, what was you doing? You need to ask them that. What was I doing for you to get in that make the feel that way, or for me to, because clearly I wasn't paying attention, and I need, for me to get there, you need to express what those things were that I was doing. My daughter's mom, same thing, whatever her situation is, hey, because I always want to be like that, because it's like, let's not make it weird. These conversations need to be had, because if you do marrying or anything like that, we're going to have to talk all the time. If somebody told me I'm very, like, bold or I'm mature, I was like, that's how it's supposed to be anyway. Like,
yeah, facts.
Like, we once stay together, we a village. I'm sorry, I ain't never seen just two people raise a kid.
Yeah, facts, and it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't, and if they live in their life,
well, it happens.
But but they don't work out right. But just on that point, I already have them with an understanding of how I already operate. So we already are open family, like, as of talking, being transparent, understanding each other. Nobody's really in their emotions about each other, because it was already set who we were to each other.
Facts.
Even when they got through. So I have those conversations a lot.
Okay, well, that's cool. Ms. Adia, how about yourself?
I will say no. I have a baby daddy and I have an ex-husband. So as far as my baby daddy goes, and this is no shade, or we have no beef.
Facts.
I want good things for him, the whole shebang there. But he has let me down so bad, relationship wise and outside of the relationship, in our 13 years of co-parenting, that I have no trust in him whatsoever.
I get that.
So I would never, my ex-husband, God bless.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let me pose this: is there anyone in your past that maybe, if you wanted clarity or just wanted some honesty, you know what I'm saying, y'all didn't end up on like horrible terms or whatever? Do you have anybody that you have ever have you ever done that? Have you ever reached out and wanted to question, like, the last person you were involved with?
Yes, I actually have.
Okay.
There is someone that I have asked, and when I, where did I go wrong? Like, what is it? What's your tone? What taste, if you will, did I leave in your mouth? And it was 3 key things: selfish, single-minded, and overly independent.
Okay.
And I could see that and understand that.
Okay, that's why was my next question. Okay.
And that is something that I've had to take full accountability for. I had to literally not take it personal, because we all want to take it personal, when someone's being honest, and you even said something last night, where you were like, truth is always just taken as like someone's attacking you. And sometimes it can feel that way. Everything's within reason.
Right.
But that is true. Sometimes when someone really is just telling you the truth, like you have to.
It's like bullets.
It does. It's like, because you think so high, you think of all the good. I'm actively trying every day of my life practicing being a good person.
Correct.
So when someone does tell you, it's disappointing for yourself. You know what I mean? To hear that. But it was something that I had to face, not take it personal, take a step back and think about what actions I did that led one to feel that way. And I confronted it, realized it for myself. And, things happen in relationships and whatnot, but things ended really bad with my marriage, for example. Right. But even though he has this list, there were things about me too, you know what I'm saying, that added to the toxicity of this whole situation in the first place.
Yep.
And but I have, and it was hard, but it goes back to like what you said earlier, you have to learn to understand when someone's speaking to you and not just have a response or rebuttal to whatever it is that they're saying to you.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
Now with my son's mother, we have never spoken about that. That's a whole nother story. And she's a good person. I have nothing bad to say about it. But like I say, my second baby mother, me and her did have that conversation. And this was the time around me entering therapy. And so I was just very honest with it. I'm just like, bro, I believe you need therapy. You know what I'm saying? Not to put TMI out there or anything like that, but the upbringing wasn't the most ideal for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a licensed therapist. I don't know. I can like try to repeat what they said to me, but I'm not sure if it's effective. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know if it's effective. So like I really just guided her in that direction, because I believe when people are at that point, they are teetering the line of like, all right, I need a change, and I know it's going to be uncomfortable, and I know it's going to come with that uncomfortable truth. It like a lot. I can't keep blaming everybody else. Right. Like the common denominator in all of these is me. Yeah. Now I got to figure out what the fuck I keep doing. Law of attraction is very real. Why do I keep attracting these? Yes. What is it about me that keeps attracting these? And when people get on that journey to want to know better, bruh, trust me, that law of attraction is real. I tell the story all the time. I almost lost faith in that women did not want to be women anymore. Women did not want. I was one of those, like, bruh, it's just too free. They too masculine. They taking over. But it wasn't until I got into therapy and I had to start looking inside. What was it about me that kept attracting these women that you felt were over masculine? What is it about you that is attracting these women that, quote unquote, don't want to be submissive to you?
Facts.
List that thing out and see, do you match these things that you feel like a woman that you would want to submit to. And once I started doing that, which in a roundabout way makes you focus on you, everything started changing. Everything started changing. Soft women, oh my God, just everything just started changing. And I'm just like, it really does start with you.
Oh God. And
the things that you can correct. When you start correcting the shit, everything else will start just coming to you. The attraction is real. Yes. Attraction is real, boy. Oh God. This has been a real good one. Y'all know, before we get up out of here, we have to head it over to my guy Schrager for the Pimpspiration.
It's C-Note, the short guy without short supply. This is the Pimpspiration of the week. On guard now.
You see, we on the Pimpspiration, ain't no hateration, man. And the Pimpspiration of the week is a big hit. It's just a little hit that keeps on swinging.
Fuck you mean?
Hey, let him, man. You think that was just it? How many times you swung and missed and struck out? How many of them times you struck out before you got that one big hit?
Okay.
You hear me? See, that's what you got to understand in the plan that's made by the man.
Yes,
You feel
sir.
me?
Yes,
You
sir.
hear me? Everything is cool until you get cool.
Goddamn
You hear me? You
right.
understand, Mike?
Oh, word.
And that has been your inspiration of the week right there. Don't be defeated.
Yes, sir, boy. We want to thank Miss Adia for
Yes.
joining us
You're
on
welcome.
camera.
Thank
Just
you
a
guys for
joy.
inviting me.
Just a joy. Thank you to the world's greatest producer, Ratchet Hippie, keeping us looking the way we look and doing the things we do. And this has been another episode of Ready to Be Accountable. We is out this bitch. Yeah.